one of the strangest sights in all of aviation. A 747 airliner piggybacking a 165,000-pound space shuttle. Who dreamed up this remarkable partnership of an airplane and an orbiter? Whose imagination solved the third problem of returning the shuttle to its orbit? By refining the models and test after test, John Kiker and his team finally achieved success.
So we talked to our aerodynamics people and asked them what we should do. They recommended that we partially deploy the speed brake and body flap. This has made the model fly.
Well, he built radio-controlled models to prove that yes, it'll fly, and yes, we can actually use the Boeing 747 to separate the Space Shuttle Enterprise to do the approach and landing tests, the first gliding flights of the Space Shuttle, to prove that whole concept.
Successful flights with models led to tests using an actual 747 and a prototype shuttle called Enterprise. John Kiker's vision had become a reality built for moments of inspiration, followed by years of sheer hard work.
Initially on this, you would have had air-breathing engines, and the proposal was, and to re-enter at a high angle of attack, and then at the end of the atmosphere, you would deploy the engines. Money and time, all of those things.
Engineers come up with a perfectly viable solution. It's called a drink bag.
Well, the most memorable thing about living in space is that without different kids, being able to play games and fun to yourself. And that's great. It was such a wonderful experience in space.
I remember the first time that I worked on the shuttle, and I was flying the shuttle, and I wow, look, it's windows, look at the
and measured its gravitational field.
We are because we have learned so much since then.
More than 50 satellites have been deployed during shuttle flights. Take this amazing orbiter. The first surprise is just how much creative thinking and hard work went into designing and testing the shuttle. Though the earliest mission didn't take place until 1981, plans for a reusable space vehicle were underway even before we landed on the moon in 1969. A Of course, designing it took wild creativity, plus the most sophisticated engineering.
Well, Space Shuttle is a very complex vehicle, probably the most that's ever been built.
There was a recognition that there needed to be some low speed aerodynamic testing committing to space and coming back from space and trying to count on the landing.
Then came test after test, and finally April 12, 1981.
Last year's one was important because whatever it is, you got to have a number one somewhere on the thing. And our main job was to get it up and get it back down. That was, we've been happy, that's all we had accomplished. But it worked probably better than most of us realized it was going to.
We established a beachhead with the Space Shuttle and that allowed us to get a lot more experience up there with the mud and we were able to develop a lot of new systems that we can use for the future.
The space shuttle was designed.
The Space Shuttle. We all know it's a magnificent machine. After 135 missions and so many great pictures beamed from space,
You know its discovery?
almost take this amazing
The name was written.
for granted. The first surprise is just how much creative thinking and hard work went into designing and testing the shuttle. Though the earliest mission didn't take place until 1981, plans for a reusable space vehicle were underway even before we landed on the moon in 1969. Of course, designing it took wild creativity, plus the most sophisticated engineering.
Well, Space Shuttle was a very complex vehicle.